Hello, I'm Bill Bunt, one of the members of the Leadership Council at CUMC. And as you know, the CDC has changed regulations regarding wearing masks and other safety practices over the past week or 10 days. We at CUMC want to help educate you on the changes that we are making to make sure that everyone is comfortable who attends our worship services. We recognize that CDC guidelines indicate that you don't have to wear a mask if you're fully vaccinated. But we want to inculcate an attitude at CUMC where we are concerned about each other and the comfort level of each other. Remember, this is an attitude that we at CUMC want to make sure that each and every person attending feels welcome and comfortable in our church. And here to tell you more about the changes effective May 30th is Pastor Jake.
So one of the things that means is that on Sunday mornings, we're going to ask that when you come, you have a mask with you to wear in situations where you might be around other people for whom it might make them more comfortable. So when you're coming in, we're going to ask that as you come into the building and walk through the gathering, that you put your mask on for that part of the church. All right, let's head into worship. As you get to the place where you're sitting for worship, if you're vaccinated, you can go ahead and take your mask off for the rest of the service and settle in and get ready to worship God. You'll also notice when you come into worship that we've created different sections of seating. For those of you that still would like to be socially distanced when you sit down in worship center, you'll notice that the outside sections are socially distanced seating sections. The two center sections in the worship center will be open seating for those who don't mind sitting closer to one another. That'll be marked on the signs that you'll see as you come into worship. And finally, in your personal interactions with people on Sunday mornings or any time at your church, one of the ways that we want to invite you to live like Jesus and have that Christ-centered attitude of honoring and respecting others is if you're not wearing a mask and you get into a conversation with somebody else who is, just simply ask them, would it make you more comfortable if I put a mask on? And if that would help them to feel welcome and comfortable, go ahead and be willing to do that. Thank you, CUMC, for continuing to live like Jesus. Now here's Pastor Mira to talk a little bit about our Sunday schools and our kids' environments.
On Sundays, for our nursery and our kids area, we ask that everyone going into those spaces would be masked. Most of our kids in that age group are not yet eligible, and our teachers will be wearing masks even if they're vaccinated. In support and modeling for our kids, this is what they need to do to keep safe during this time. For adults, in Sunday schools, in small groups, and in meetings, we're going to ask that you work as a group to figure out what is comfortable and possible for your class or your meeting. Ask one another, does everyone feel comfortable? If you've been vaccinated, that no one wears masks, or there's some folks that really still, for health concerns or other reasons, are asking that the group wants to wear a mask. That helps us be a community where we can welcome and support one another. Now here's Kerm. He's going to share a little bit about what it'll look like during the week.
I'm standing in the hallway which leads to the entrance to the daycare center which we have here. And because of the state regulations from the Department of Human Services, we are mandated, all people that come in contact with the daycare center, to wear a mask. So we're asking you from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays to put a mask on when you enter the church building. In this way, the children who use the fun room and use the gathering and use the gym, if they come in contact with you, you will be masked. After 6 o'clock and on those mornings or afternoons while the daycare is still going on, once you get to your meeting, you can take your mask off. And after 6 o'clock, you don't need to wear a mask at all. But we ask that you continue to, if there's someone in your midst who's wearing a mask, just ask, would you feel more comfortable if I'm wearing a mask? I just want to thank you for the support and the prayers that you've given the COVID response team.
Thank you for being a part of our life at CUMC. Please do not hesitate to contact me, one of the pastors, or other members of the Leadership Council if you have any questions with regard to the change of the regulations and procedures at Carlisle United Methodist Church. Thank you very much.